Namaskaram students. In the previous chapter, you have learned about Mendelian genetics. Now you are going to be learned with deviation of this concept related to Mendelian genetics, that is chromosomal theory of inheritance. For this, you must recall the structure of chromosome and cell division from the 11th standard. These are the chapter outlines. In this lesson, we are going to see the name of the lesson is chromosomal basis of inheritance. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about multiple alleles, sex determinations, crossing over and recombination, different types of mutation, and what are the DNA metabolism in plants. Let's introduce into the topic, ma. I already said about it is a chromosomal theory of inheritance. This is the name of the lessons. We all know about the father of genetics is Georg Johann Mendel. He studied the inheritance trait in pea plants, but several reasons his concept was unrecognized till in the year 1990. The later three scientists, the name of the scientists are Hugo de Veres, Carol Correns, and Tessmark. So these three scientists, they are rediscovered the Mendelian concept, which was recognized and accepted by all in the year 1901. Why Mendelian concept alone is not accepted during that period? Because in that period they have only the simple microscope. They don't have the well developed technology to explain his concept. So the later the scientists, with the help of advancement in microscope, this leads to the discovery of structure called the name is nucleus. Inside the nucleus, there is a small thread-like condensed structure is called chromatin reticulum. If a single thread, we have to call the name is chromosomes. Inside the chromosome, we can see the very important character determining thing is called as genes. And this genes, Georg Johann Mendel coined the name as factors. So the later the advancement of the three scientists with the help of microscopic structure, they are recognized the concept of chromosomal theory of inheritance. A chromosome consists of various structures. In diploid eukaryotic cells, two haploid cells of chromosomes to be present, one from each parent. It should be either from maternal parent and paternal parent. And this chromosome is a condensed coiled structure. They are arranged in the linear order. So the genes are the hereditary units. The chromosomal theory of inheritance states that Mendelian factors have spatial locus or positions on the chromosome that carries the information from one generation to next generation. This is the theory of chromosomal inheritance. And what are the historical evidences for this theory? Let's see one by one. The first scientist, the name of the scientist is Wilhelm Roth. In the year 1883, he postulated that chromosome alone is responsible for transforming the characters. And later in the year 1901, the second scientist is called as Montgomery. He suggested that the same chromosome is responsible for inheritance, but the chromosome is not present in the single. It should be present in the pair. And this paired chromosome during meiosis, one from the maternal chromosome and it's paired with the paternal chromosome. Again, I am recalling Montgomery suggested that distinct pair of chromosomes during meiosis, one from the maternal and one from the paternal chromosome to be formed. And next scientist in the year 1902 supported that chromosome containing the special character called as the genetical determinants. And this genetical determinants is responsible for chromosomal theory of inheritance. The name of the scientist is T. Boveri in the year 1902 supported the genetic determinants. And last scientist in the year 1902, W.S. Sutton. He was an American student and he is the first person studied individually about the differences between the Mendelian factors and chromosomal theory. And later, Sutton and Boveri Both are joined together and postulates the chromosomal theory of inheritance. Let's see what are the salient features of this chromosomal theory of inheritance. As a human being, we know we have 23 pairs of chromosomes or 46 chromosomes are present. Out of this, 22 are somatic cell and 1 pair are sex cell or reproductive cells or germ cell. These 22 pairs are responsible for our body characters and germ cells is responsible for determination of sets of the offsprings. It should be either XX or XY. XX representing the female and XY representing the male characters. During mitotic as well as a meiotic division, the somatic cell and the reproductive cell undergo the repeated cell division and the cell reduction division. As a result, two identical sets of chromosome to be formed. During the somatic cell of organism, it undergo the repeated cell division called the name as mitosis. As a result, two identical set of chromosomes are present. This is nothing but the homologous chromosomes. Identical means both the structures are similar in nature. So we have to call the name as homologous chromosome. And this homologous chromosomes which is derived from maternal parent as well as the paternal parent. Maternal means mother, paternal means father parent. And next point, we are the human being, we have already I said about 46 pairs of chromosome. Irrespective of caste, greed and financial support, our chromosome number to be increased? Certainly not. The chromosome number to be a constant for all the organism. So the chromosomes are structurally uniqueness and individuality is to be maintained throughout the life of an organism. And each chromosome have some specific genes which is responsible for the transmission of characters. And during the meiosis, the chromosomal behavior which are presented on the different locus. So these are the salient features of chromosomal theory of inheritance. And next we are move on to what are the supports for the chromosomal theory of inheritance. This chromosomal theory have different controversials by different types of scientists. At last, this debate was cleared by the scientist Thomas Hunt Morgan in the year 1910 with the help of Drosophila melanogaster. This is nothing but fruit fly. And this Drosophila melanogaster has only the 8 chromosomes. They can complete the life cycle within 2 weeks. And based upon this experimental process, he concluded the theory, the name is sex linkage. For example, in Drosophila, the eye color is determined by the X chromosome, not on the Y chromosome. Let's see in detail. I already said the male and the female Drosophila have only the 8 chromosomes. Out of 8 chromosomes, 6 chromosomes are the body chromosomes or somatic chromosome and the remaining 2 chromosomes are sex chromosome. Let's see the XX. Here both the red color representing the rod shaped. Whereas in the male Drosophila, they have the 2 types of chromosome. One is called as the X chromosome and another is the Y chromosome. X, they are the rod shape which is similar to the female. Whereas Y chromosome, they have slightly bented in the right side and somewhat smaller in size when compared to the X chromosome. So this is the difference between the sex chromosome in male and female Drosophila. Now we are going to cross red eye female with white eye male. I already said about XX representing the female and XY representing the male. In the FN progeny, we can get red eye female and red eye male. And allowing them to self, we can get 4 progenies. They are red eye females, which are 2 in number, red eye female, which are single, and last one is the white eye male. Out of these 3, the ratio is 3:1. Out of the 4 progeny, the ratio is 3:1. The 3 representing the red eye and 1 representing the white eye. As a result, the color of the Drosophila is dominantly representing by the gene which is present in the red color of the female structure. So the structure of somatic and sex chromosome in Drosophila leads to the evidence for the sex linkage genes. In addition to that, some of the another examples are yellow color body color and miniature wings is also responsible to transfer the trait presence only in the X chromosomes. So again I am saying ma'am, in this support it is clear that the genes are located on the chromosomes responsible for the transmission of characters, and this linked genes connect together on one complete set of chromosomes is called sex linkage. And next we are move on to what are the differences between Mendelian factors and chromosomal theory of inheritance. So Mendel so far said that something is transferring, this is nothing but the factors, but chromosomal behavior, they are replaced that the factor is nothing but the genes. Alleles of the factors always present in pairs as per the Mendelian factors, whereas the chromosomal theory also they are saying that it is present in the form of pairs. The second point, these alleles it should be either similar or dissimilar, but they are separate during the gamete formation. Instead of the similar, here they are renamed as the homologous chromosome, which are separate during the meiosis. And third one, Mendelian factors they can assort independently, whereas here in the chromosomal theory, the paired chromosomes alone they can separate independently during meiosis, but the linked, that is the joined genes in the same chromosome, they do not assort independently. This is the differences between Mendelian factors and chromosome. Both are same, somewhat deviant from the Mendelian factors we are going to be see later. And next we are move on to what are the important aspects of the chromosomal behavioral theory during cell division. In the previous lesson itself we learnt about alleles. And alleles is responsible for the determination of genotypes which are present in the homologous pairs of chromosome. For example, one allele is called as a capital A and another allele is called as the small a. During the meiotic phase, especially the preparatory phase is called as interphase, the doubling of the chromosome occurs in the synthesis phase, in which the capital A is to be doubled into capital A and capital A, and a small a is doubled into small a and small a. In the synthetic phase of meiosis, replication of the gene to be occurs in both the chromatid. As a result of the meiosis, prophase 1 is going to be elongated, followed by the metaphase 1 and leads to the anaphase 1. In the anaphase 1, separation of the two different alleles to be occurs. That is capital A separated from small a and small a. In the meiotic 2 phase, anaphase 2, the separation of sister chromatids to be occurs. As a result, 4 daughter nuclei can be formed. At the end of the meiotic 2, we can get 4 daughter nuclei. They are capital A, small a and small a. This is the way how the chromosomes are, how it is separated during the meiotic cell division. And I already said about Thomas Hunt Morgan. Commonly we can call the name is T.H. Morgan. He received the Nobel Prize in the year 1933 for his medicinal discovery for the chromosomal theory of inheritance. In addition, more to know, there's a fossil genes are identified. This fossil genes is also called the name is pseudogenes. That is bulk of DNA, that is the junk genes is also called as pseudogene, whose genes is once it is worked for the longer time of duration, but due to some circumstances they can lost their ability to produce the proteins. So these are called as the fossilized genes. So this fossilized genes, this is nothing but the junk gene which are worked for the longer period time duration. Due to the evolutionary process, it should stop the ability to produce the protein. Such a type of genes are called as fossil genes. And next we are move on to the new topic is called as the linkage. According to Mendelian point of view, the genes are responsible for the transmission of characters, and these genes are present in either in the same chromosome or different chromosome. Whereas if it is present in the different chromosome, they can assort independently according to the Mendel's law of independent assortment. But the later, some of the biologists, they are confirmed that it is not assert independently in all the traits or all the characters. For example, in sweet pea, botanically we have to call the name as Lathyrus odoratus. This work was carried out by William Bateson and Reginald C. Punnett in the year 1906. He crossed homozygous strains of purple flower and have long pollen crossed with the red flower with round pollen. In the F1 generation, they obtained purple flower and long pollen, allowing them to be crossed with the test progeny. According to Mendelian point, they are expecting the ratio is 1:1:1:1. But unfortunately, in this cross, they didn't get the progeny in the F2 generation 1:1:1:1. Instead, they can get different types of trait in the pollen, round pollen, long pollen, as well as the purple color flower, as well as the red color flower. So it is not assert independently what Mendel said. Definitely the ratio is not obtained in the linkages cross. So they are concluded that the genes for the purple color and the long pollen grain, as well as genes for the red color and a round pollen grain, they are closed together in the same homologous chromosome. So they do not allowing them to be separate. So as a result, there is no assortment of takes place. So finally they are saying that the tendency of each genes they are stay together means they don't have the assortment. They during the separation alone the chromosome to be separated. Such trait is called as a linkage. Again I am saying the linkage definition is the tendency of genes they can stay together during the time of meiosis or mitosis. Alone they are separate together and form the entire different progeny. That is called as a linkage. The genes are responsible always stay together is called as linkages. And if the genes are closely linked together means we have to call the name as linked genes. But the genes are separate or far away from the chromosome, we have to call the name as unlinked gene. It is also called the name as syntic gene. Again I am repeating the genes are responsible for the trait. The genes are present in the same chromosomes and they are inherited together means we have to call the name as linked genes. But the genes are separately arranged in the same chromosome, we have to call the name as unlinked genes. And what about the recombination frequency? If the recombination frequency is more than 50% means we have to call the name as unlinked genes. If the recombination frequency is less than 50% means we have to say the name as linked genes. So closely located genes, they have the strong linkage, while genes are further or wider, they show the weak linkages. Again I am recalling today's topic Today we discussed about deviation of Mendelian factors called the name as chromosomal theory of inheritance. In that we are discussed about salient features of chromosome, support and evidence for the chromosome, differences between the Mendelian factors and the chromosomal theory of inheritance, and finally we are discussed about the linkage and its type. Thank you girls.